Hi, welcome to another day with Life with Sandy. Okay, I'm going to start my day off with a cup of tea, an apple, and an egg. 0 points. Well, hello. Today is Friday, January 6th, and we do have one birthday. Today is Francis Sanchez's birthday. So, Francis, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Francis. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you have a great birthday, Francis, especially since you get to celebrate it all by yourself. Just a minute. I think somebody's here. Well, that was Jim. Jim is home. I thought I heard somebody coming in the door. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't have a thief in the night. As you can see, I took my tree down. I did undecorate the tree in the living room, but we have to have David come and take it down. It's a pretty tall tree, and Jim has just realized that it's a little bit too heavy for him. He's still recovering from his surgery, but I think he could have done it, but I don't want him to take any chances. And David doesn't have a problem doing it, so he's going to do it for us. So, other than the little bit that Jim has to take down in the kitchen, up on a ladder, I don't get on a ladder. No, ladders are not my friend. So I don't get up on a ladder. So he just has to do the kitchen, and then we'll all have all of our Christmas stuff down. My room is so much brighter in here now without the tree because I didn't realize how much the tree was blocking the sunlight from coming in. But I'm feeling a little better. My voice is starting to go away again. I don't understand that. I think that over the last couple of days, I've been kind of overexerting myself because I felt like such a slug having all my Christmas decorations up. Like I said, I usually have them down on Christmas Eve, and here is the 6th of January, which I think today is the 12th day of Christmas is when you're supposed to take the tree down and all your decorations. So, but the good part, I got to look at the negative and the positive. That's my theme for today, is looking at the negative and thinking of the positive. I told you I try to think that I'm on the positive side. People were writing me on my comments saying that, like Sandy, you've been sick for a week and, your positive attitude, blah, blah, blah. They weren't being mean. Don't get me wrong. They were not being mean. They phrased it in a way that wasn't mean. I said it like this way and it sounded mean. It was by no means mean, anything anybody said. But I do feel that if I would have thought of it negatively from the first time I was sick, I could have dwelled in that and I could have even been miserable. But I think when I was in denial, because I was really in denial that I was really sick. I wasn't going around infecting people. I was pretty much staying home. When I went anywhere, I did wear my mask. So even if I was passing germs, at least they were trapped in my mask. I don't have a problem wearing the mask. I really don't. I kind of like it because I think how many more germs I would have got if I wouldn't have had the mask on. I don't know. But anyway, I think that the reason I didn't get as sick as quickly is because I had a positive attitude about it. And I do find that, that helps. I'm not saying that I don't see the negative in things at times. I do. I see the negative in things a lot of times. But I always like to turn a negative into a positive because I think that your life is richer if you can think. Nobody wants to be around the person that's just always complaining and always, pours me in. I'm always sick and I always have a money problem. And nobody wants to be around that person. If you're a good friend, you stay with that person even through all of that, because I do have a couple people in my life that kind of dwell on the negative. And I try to get them to see the positive, but unless you want to see it yourself, you're just not going to see it. I could look at my 35-pound gain over the last 2 years as a negative. And it is a negative. Any way you look at it, gaining 35 pounds can't be a positive thing any way you try to way, shape, or form it. But that didn't make any sense. Anyways, you knew what I meant. But I think the positive outlook is it just gave me a time to just realize that I can't go back to that way of eating. I mean, I didn't think of that the last 2 years. I kept thinking I could. I was in denial once again. But the positive aspect of it is I realized this year that, that's not going to work. I just need to get back on track. I really do. I do think that the fact that I'm starting to relapse, I guess, is because I've been doing a lot the last couple of days when I should be resting. I really should be resting. But I just wanted to get that done. And the positive outlook is now it's done. Now I can just sit here and just know that I can just rest for the whole weekend and not have to worry about doing anything. But I probably would have not been feeling as awful as not awful, just off, a little off today as I was. I still have my smell and my taste. I just don't have an appetite. I really don't. I really have to force myself to eat. And whoever thought those words would come out of my mouth? You've seen my portion sizes on my plate. I'm thinking, Sandy, I don't think you've ever had a problem forcing yourself to eat. But I would say this last week I have. And I really, through it all, I don't feel like I've lost any weight, even though I'm not eating. And I think the reason for that being the positive, I got to look for the positive, even if I don't have a great loss on Monday, is that my body is using every bit of strength that it has to fight off whatever infection I have. And that might mean that they're not going to be able to work overtime to get rid of some extra fat. They kind of need the extra backup, like the backup army, the second front, to kind of like come forward when the first front gets tired of fighting the battle. And it is white blood cells, thank you, that are fighting the battle. And so I have all of them lined up. And when the first set gets all tired and puckered out, then the second set comes up, and then the third set. And so that's why I think they're hanging on to that weight, hanging on, thinking just in case we need you for reinforcements. But once I feel better, I think that I'm going to have a great loss. I really do. I just feel kind of, I don't know, bloated or just off my game. I guess just off my game. I'm drinking more orange juice, which is not, I drink the Simply Light, which is less calories, but it's still calories, and it's like a juice form. I'd be better off just eating an orange. But I just want to get as many vitamins C, get as much protein and vitamins and all that good stuff in me to fight off whatever I have. And I think that thinking positively that this is going to go away over the weekend, that's my thought. My thought and my plan is that I'm going to be better by Monday. Because by Tuesday, it'll be 3 weeks. And I refuse to think that I'm going to be sicker longer than 3 weeks. Now, it might happen. I'm going to have to face the reality of that if it does happen. But I'm just grateful that I didn't come down with anything major. I could have had COVID. I could have had the flu. I could have had the RSV. I could have had all of that. I just have a simple cold. That's what I was diagnosed with, is a simple cold. I can't stand the cough medicine that I take, but I take it because it does break up all the mucus, and that does help me. I don't sleep well at night. I really don't sleep well at night. And the reason being is because when you're laying in bed, you're kind of like laying a little flatter, and everything kind of backs up, and it just is miserable. I tried sleeping with extra pillow or two. I tried with 2 extra pillows, and that was not working. So then I tried just 1 extra pillow. I got a stiff neck. It was like, no, it's not worth it. I did sleep in the recliner a little bit. I don't know. It's just, if I have to, I will, but I want to be in the bed. This is where I want to sleep, is in the bed. But I wake up every 2 hours, and then my throat, I got it all built up in my throat. I got to clear out my throat. I feel like I'm going to wake up Jim. I think if I was alone, I wouldn't have a problem making as much noise as I wanted to clear my throat. But then I think I need to clear my throat. So I just close the bedroom door, and then I go into the kitchen, and I close the kitchen door, and then I hack up a lung, and then I come back and go to bed. But anyway, I am positive that this is my year. I really do feel that this is my year. I just feel a change within me. I know I've said this many, 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 many times over the last 2 years. And sometimes you just say it trying to be positive, trying to think of that positive attitude that, like I'll have a positive attitude. And this is the time. This is the week. This is the month. This is the year. And it just didn't come to pass. But something's coming over me this year. Something real. I don't know if it's just that I'm getting older, that I got sick. I think probably getting sick probably played into it a little bit. When you're young, you can always think, well, I can fight off an infection. I can fight off a cold. There's a reason they say that people over 65 need to get their flu shots, need to take better care of themselves, are more susceptible to getting sick. It's because your body has been fighting off all that stuff all these years, and they're just getting tired. It's just getting tired. And so I have to think of the positive. It's like, as much as I always try to say I'm 73, I'm only 72. Jeez, I'm still a young chicken, but not so young, but younger than 73 when I thought I was 73. Not that 73 is bad, because I've told you I want to live another 20, 30 years. I just definitely do, but I don't want to live 20 or 30 years dependent on anybody. I want to be able to take care of myself and be healthy, and the only way I'm going to do that is by eating properly. Losing a little bit of weight definitely is going to help, but I'm not going to concentrate so much on getting to a certain number this year. I know I've said that in the past too. I just don't really believe in that anymore for myself. I just know that each week, if I really dedicate myself to this, have a really positive attitude, that I will lose a little bit of weight along the way, and just take for whatever I get. As long as I have a loss each week, no matter how small, it's better than the 17-pound gains I gained in 1 year, and then 17 pounds, well, 17 and a half 1 year, and then 17 and a half the following year. I don't want to do that anymore. I just don't. And I've reached the top of the hill where it says, okay, make your choice. Are we going to go downhill, or are we going to try to climb another mountain? I'm going to try to climb another mountain. You know, like when you climb Mount Everest, not that I ever will, you reach your first summit, then you go to the second summit, and then you go to the third summit before you finally reach the peak. And I'm struggling to get to that first summit again. And once I get there, I'm going to look down at everything I've accomplished. And not look down, but you know what I mean. Look back at everything I've accomplished, and then look forward and move ahead, and then get to that second summit. What it's going to be, I don't know. But my first summit, I do know. My first summit is to lose the 17 and a half pounds that I gained in 2021. That's my first summit that I'm going to cross. I'm not giving it a certain day. I'm just going to go each day to day. I'm going to take my time doing it. And once I get to that first summit, then I'm going to make some plans to get to the second summit and lose the other 17 and a half pounds. And then once I get there, then move on to see what I'm going to set a goal for then. That's all I can do. That's all I plan on doing, and that's all I will do. But so hopefully you guys are thinking positively too. I am trying. I really am trying. And I think that now that everything's done and I can just sit back and relax, that over the weekend with nothing to do, I think I'll accomplish everything I need to accomplish over the weekend to get better. Fingers crossed. So I'll show you what I had to eat today. I did have a snack. I did eat breakfast. I'm not too sure I'm going to eat lunch today. I'm just not that hungry. But I'll have my usual dinner, but you'll see that. What am I going to have? Yeah, you know it. Tuna fish sandwich. Probably I'm going to toast it today, though. I think I'm going to have it on toast, because I took some of my bread out of the freezer because I'm not eating Jim's bread anymore. So I got my bread out of the freezer. I'm going to have that, and we'll see what else I'm going to have with it. But okay, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. Positive. Be positive, positive, positive. Put those negative thoughts behind you. What's one thing you do each day to make yourself think that you can accomplish something positively on that day? Mine is just to know that each day I wake up with a positive attitude, that I woke up, going to dedicate the day to the Lord and to myself, because I think if you put yourself first before anything else other than God, but if you put yourself first, you're going to accomplish a lot in life. So let's see what I had to eat, and then I'll probably check in with you. I don't know why I always tell you to like, subscribe, and all that now when I know I'm going to come back and say goodbye. I'm just so anxious, I guess. I'm positive that I'm going to be back, but I don't know that either. So, okay, now you're getting to be a downer. Let's get out of that. Let's get abort. Okay, I'm ready to eat breakfast. I know my throat is back a little foggy, but I think the medication is breaking up everything, so that's why I sound like I do. But this is my breakfast today. Today is Friday, January 6th. My quote is, "A positive attitude changes everything." We all have negative thoughts. We just don't let them control you. My snack was a tea, egg, and apple for 0 points. My breakfast is a waffle, which is a half a cup of Kodiak mix for 4 points. I actually got a third of a cup of sugar-free syrup because it's the same point for 1. 8 ounces of orange juice with 8 ounces of cranberry juice, diet cranberry juice, and a banana in my tea. So it is a 7-point breakfast. Somewhat of an odd lunch, but I'm going to have a cheese stick with 28 grams of pretzels and a sugar-free Jell-O pudding, and my water. So it is another 7-point meal. 28 grams of pretzels is 3 points. My cheese stick is 2 points. My pudding is 2 points. And my water is 0. So it is 7 points. Okay, for dinner, I'm going to have some vegetables, some tuna fish, and some Jell-O, and a big cup of hot chocolate. This is the Swiss Miss hot chocolate I use, and this is the bread I use. 0 for my tuna fish, my vegetables. Oh, the tuna fish is this. The bumblebee. So it's 0 for the tuna, the veggies, and the Jell-O. 2 points for a tablespoon of Miracle Whip. 2 points for my Live Smart carb bread, and 2 points for my hot chocolate. So it's 6 points, so 20 points for the day. This is only 1 point per envelope, but I have a 24-ounce mug, so I needed to use 3 envelopes, so I brought it up to 2 points. Well, I'm not really sure if it's because I really needed the sleep or if I just needed the rest or what, but I fell asleep in this chair right here for an hour and a half, sitting up no less. But I think because I was sitting up, I didn't have to cough or anything while I was sleeping. I took some of my cough medicine before I sat in the chair, and out like a light, which was perfect because I DVR'd Law and Order and Law and Order SVU, and I slept through both of them. Well, almost the second one. So now I'll just have to rewind it and watch it again. So, but stayed pretty much on plan today. Feeling pretty good. Feeling a little bit better, especially after that nap. So we'll see what the weekend brings. My Monday, I'm hoping to be back to my old normal self, 100%. Positive thinking. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow.